I've got a publicly limited company on Company's House. People know what my real name is. You're not fucking Columbo because you've worked out where you live. If you come round, I'll knock you the fuck out. So, your house, 20 centimetres around every part of your house, in a bubble around your house, you can not need planning permission unless you're in the conservation area. Luckily, I'm 300 metres from the conservation area, so I don't need to worry about it. I don't know, but what I do know is from 7:30 till 4:30, my solar panels are in the sun, which was a good enough reason for me to put them in. I will admit, I was actually surprised how they look quite in keeping. Although my neighbours don't agree, I think they look alright. I don't think they're particularly garish. I think they blend in quite well. And at the end of the day, if you're going to get past the energy shit, this is the way it needs to go. Yes, safety's not a dirty word. You would never catch me working on site like I did on my own house, walking on walls, fucking around with lads and stuff. But yeah, safety's first. I was quite careful about it. I wait for the wind to drop. But yeah, you won't catch me doing that on a commercial site or anywhere I work because, to be fair, some of the stuff I was doing was quite sketchy. I have read the code of practice, but also the most knowledge I've got at is on Instagram. So DMH, Oval, Cato, all the people I've tagged in previous posts, they've really showed me what's going off and I've copied what they do. I've been on the phone to Mark Allison a lot. Dan from DMH has helped me out quite a lot, so yeah, fair play. Just get on here, ask people questions. People on here are more than happy to share their knowledge, which is great. I was thinking more about playing some hardcore gay pornography on it involving midgets, but you could use it for the football as well. I give Jordan quite a hard time on this platform because, unfortunately, he's got 200,000 followers, and whilst he's willing to take on work that is probably pushing the skill set for artisan, they do take it on, and I don't want to sound like a negative, but that job that he did with Unistrut on the roof, if I'm totally honest, the Unistrut, screwing the panels to the Unistrut was probably okay, but if you look back at that video, you will see that the way the Unistrut was fixed to the roof was dubious, and I would definitely say he was quite right to say that Unistrut was wank, because it was like drilled through the tiles and filled with sealant. That is not the way to go. However, fitting panels to Unistrut with the right brackets is fine. So yeah, bit of a catch-22 situation, but yeah, he was right in that video. The Unistrut fixed to the roof in that video was dodgy, but I would say it's more than adequate, as I know, to fit solar to Unistrut. Bit technical, there's people on there that can answer this better than me, but as far as I'm aware, mine comes with a G98, less than 3-point-something kilowatts. All I have to do is select the correct inverter that's already G98 approved, and I'll then inform the electricity board when I have finished and tell them the inverter I've used. G99, G100, which is what I do with work. Don't ask me, it's too fucking technical to go into on here, but yeah, on the G98, if you select the right inverter that's already approved, fit it as per the manufacturer instructions, then inform them, which is what I'm going to do, then you don't need to worry about it. It's a very simple process, but I'm not going to G98 because I could do a whole story on that for days. I haven't done a course, but I've watched loads of people on this platform, like I keep going on to, the people I've already tagged, yeah? Do you want to go to some shitty training school where they show you the code of practice, explain bits of it to you, then get you to stick 2 panels on a shitty little roof in a workshop? I don't, but I wanted to learn more about it. So what I did was read the code of practice, read all the manufacturing instructions, spoke to other people on here, because that's what this platform is for. It's about sharing knowledge and getting to know people. And then I bought all the gear and I put it on my own fucking ass, and that is the course I've done. The course I've done is a real life course where I fitted it and done it. So what could be better than that? I've got real world experience now. I've spoke to people as the problems come along and I've dealt with them. Or you could go and do a course and probably fucking learn fuck all, to be honest. I don't kill any animal unless I want to eat it. I'm not a vegan, not a vegetarian, but I will kill animals who want to eat them, yeah? If some fucking bird wants to nest under my panels and they're not really causing me any grief, I'll let them do it, because I built my house probably where some trees were where they used to live. So if they want to live under my panels and raise their young and create to the ecosphere, pigeons don't annoy me, birds being on the roof don't annoy me. Just let fucking on with it. You built your house on land that they own, the environment that they own, and now you want to fucking shoot them or put bird protection up. Not into it. Just let them get on with it. As long as it's not damaging my equipment, I don't give a fuck. I use Tina 415 mono S's from Waxman Energy, and I used them because originally, when I didn't really know what I was doing, even though I don't know what I'm doing now, Mark Allison did the original calculation for me. He did the specification for me. He spec'd the inverter and the panels, so I just went with what he said. I spoke to a couple of other people about them and I read the technical data sheets. And I just went with them because it just functions as a system. I think all panels do the same fucking job, don't we, nowadays? There's different brands and that, but they all do the same kind of thing. So yeah, look around, beat the minimum required voltage, but I just bought them because someone else told me to get them, they're using them. And if someone else is using them, they work, then they're good enough for me. And they've been good enough for me in the 8 hours of Ed Solar. I know it's a giggle, but you don't need a solar business course. On Instagram, if you follow the right people and look for the right advice, the people that are actually giving away their knowledge that they know and information they know, you can pick up everything you need to know, like I have. Although I've troubled a couple of people today who I've mentioned over and over again, I gleaned a lot of knowledge out of watching people. So yeah, read the code of practice, read the manufacturing instructions, ask people. People love telling you the things they know. I'll help people now and other people will. So yeah, the solar business course is on here, but you need to pay me £15 a month, cheers. I'm not fitting any trims on it. I didn't use deep unistru, I used shallow, so I've got a 40mm gap behind the panels. I kept the panels 500mm from the edge of the wall to prevent wind lift, and I think that's going to be alright. Maybe one day they'll all end up on the fucking drive, I don't know, but I put enough fixings on there to hold down a battleship. So yeah, I'm not going to say that I know how to calculate wind loads or anything like that, because I don't, but I did make sure I didn't put the edge on the edge of the brick, because that would entice wind to get under it. So yeah, a bit too technical for me. I'm sure there's wind lift calculations, but I don't know what they are. Thank you, it is a cracking job, because what happened was I put loads of time into the prep. All your jobs will be cracking if you put your time into the prep. So yeah, it's impressive. It's because I've done it in AutoCAD, I've drawn it out, I've thought about it. That's the secret. There's no fucking secret. You can only learn off people, learn off experience, and a lot of stuff went right for me, a lot of stuff didn't go wrong, but yeah, make sure you do your prep and work out what's going off so you know what's going off. There's no point being up a ladder and finding out your bolts aren't long enough. I'm picking my Chinese up now, so that's it for the night. But if there's any more questions in the next 24 hours, I'll add them, and I'll add this entire reel to my YouTube as a guide, helpful, useful advice for anyone that's trying to do their own solar. But don't start asking me technical questions. There's better people on Instagram than me for that. But if you want to know about electrical EC&I manufacturing, then I'm your man, motherfucker. I've got some more questions. Can you answer this one? Don't eat that. You start with not wanting to pay Octopus, Eon, or any of the other energy companies ridiculous prices because the grid is changing, and unfortunately the days of big power stations is over. So getting a battery and solar is what everyone needs to start thinking about doing. Oh, the other child's here now. Hi. Luckily, I live in a nice area. I'm not saying no one's going to throw a rock at it or an half-eaten kebab, but I suppose anywhere it's a target for vandalism. I've got CCTV though, so some asshole, don't repeat that word at school, if some asshole throws something in it, I'll go on my CCTV, find out where they are, go around their ass, kick the fuck out of them and kill the cat. So yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Take it on the chin, see what happens. Luckily I don't live in Beirut or Birmingham. I don't want to go into exact figures because I use my trade accounts for the Unistrut, the panels, the inverters, and all the sundries are just kicking around. But I think top whack, what is all you? Top whack, I spent about £2,000. I will develop on that, but I think I'm £2,000 in and all my time and pissing around on the computer. So yeah, £2,000 in I think I am. For 7 panels, an inverter, isolators, all that shit. So yeah, I don't think that's a bad crack. But I'd be surprised if you get it for that price. But have a look around, see what you can get. This story has been class. Thank you very much. A few people said they've enjoyed it. I'm glad I can share what I know, as well as people telling me more and me telling you more. I'm putting all these on YouTube. I'll put them up as like DIY, Warman, Solar Project, questions, answers, start to finish, like and subscribe, follow the channel, buy my Unilight, you know what it is, all that bollocks. But I will stick them up on my YouTube for future reference. You can stick on your YouTube? Do you want to go on YouTube? Yeah, we'll put them on YouTube then, there you go. So you're right, if your installation's not been installed by an MCF approved person, apparently produces a different type of electricity for feedback, so you can't get paid for it. Whereas if instead of spending £2,000 of my own time, I'd go and spend £8,000 with some MCS qualified person, I would have been able to sell the electricity back for it. But that £6,000 difference would have took me about 5,000 million years to recoup, so no, I can't sell it back to Octopus apparently. But what I'm going to do is, when I put the other 2 panels up, if I've got too much electricity, which I don't know if I will because I've That's my tool for Father's Day. I've measured my battery with my Shelly meters. It's been a long project using my Shelly meters to work out my usage, sizing the battery appropriately, sizing the panels appropriately. So I'm not really giving that much away. But if I do find I'm giving loads and loads away, like over, I don't know, 3 kilowatts a day, I'm going to go to Octopus and start challenging why my electricity that I'm already giving back to the grid to them for free is not suitable for payment. I just answered these while I'm pulled over in my non-air conditioned van, sweating my tits off. No electrical content today because I'm doing boring shit. But yeah, will the flue damage the panels? I fucking hope not. It's 150 away and that flue forces the hot air down. So I'm hoping not. I don't know, maybe it will. Maybe it'll lose a fucking mad cone on there. Maybe I'll have to change them. The thing is, I'm not moving the fucking boiler. And I suspect when I have a new boiler, it won't have a flue like that. It'll have them, just them plastic parts I'll be able to move it. But yeah, I've took the risk. It's not unsafe for the gas is the main thing. But yeah, it blows all the air down, so we'll see. Have I enjoyed doing it? Yeah. But I'm not fucking going to start starting panels on people's roofs because I cannot be fucking bothered with that shit. Unfortunately, what I do is loads easier. Just a bit more of this and a bit less of these. So yeah, but it's been good, and I'd recommend anyone ever bash their own ass, because why not get some free electricity and save some sweet coin when you can do it yourself. I don't hate MCS. I don't hate people who've got MCS. In fact, some of my best mates are MCS, but it is a bit of a money-making scheme, and it gives us money. We'll tell you that you're good, then you can do stuff. Fine, all right, that bit's okay. It's optional, isn't it? I can go in. I'm not in the NIC, I'm not in NAPIT. I can still get loads of work. The problem with MCS is they've done the deal that, oh, don't pay them for electricity unless we've signed it off, which I think is a bit crooked. My electricity is as good as anyone else's electricity. The fact that it's MCS, once it's on my side of the meter, what do they give a fuck? If I'm sending electricity back, pay me for it. But the fact that you need to be MCS to sell it back is a bit of a fucking shitstorm that I'm probably going to come back to because I don't think it's right.